You ever sat in a supply chain meeting thinking, I have no idea what anyone is talking about? Or you just simply smile and nodded and carried along? Well, me too. When I first entered the supply chain industry, I was very new, I was very young. And it sort of felt like I had snuck into that environment without anybody letting me in, like getting into the VIP without actually being VIP. And everyone around me spoke with so much confidence. They had so many different words and jargon that was very specific: demand variability and freight optimization and logistics spend and reverse logistics and things like that, that it felt like it was speaking a whole different language. At first, it felt like I was an imposter sitting somewhere that I shouldn't be sitting at. And I remember after every single meeting, after every single interaction, I would just go and Google everything that I had heard about and everything that I would introduce it to. And that sort of led me into finding my career in supply chain and deciding that, hey, this is not just a job, this could actually be a full on career for me. And how can I make that work? And so, of course, along the way, I kept thinking to myself, okay, in a minute now, somebody's going to walk through the door and they're going to ask me a question and I'm going to bomb it because I was doing a job that I had basically no training for and something that I just started. And with a lot of logistics and supply chain jobs, you'll see that you get your foot in the door, maybe by accident, maybe by luck, but you don't have a lot of experience going in. You build that experience on the job. For me, that was the case. That was the scenario. I had zero experience in anything that dealt with supply chain, with logistics, with freight, with imports, with exports. I had no idea. What I did have was curiosity and a willingness to learn and to build on the knowledge of what I was learning on. So, what no one really tells you is that most of us are winging it, especially at the beginning. We all started somewhere saying, what am I doing here? So if you look at the videos I make, if you look at the content I post, it seems to come off from this point of, I am in a point in my life now. I'm a college instructor, I'm a professor, I teach this stuff for a living. But I started off somewhere being scared of talking in public, being scared of showing that I didn't know what we were talking about, and moving slowly, progressively into a place of I can speak on these things now and I know what I'm talking about. But that gets built over time. You learn it step by step. So, what makes someone actually successful in supply chain or in any career? It isn't knowing all the answers, it's being curious, it's asking questions, it's being willing to look a little silly for a little time being, but actually being able to grow. If you're feeling like maybe you just don't know if you're doing things right, you're not alone. You do belong where you are. You're not behind. You're not wasting time. You're in your own path and it's valid and it would work out if you continue to show consistently, if you continue to know that you're not just going to stay in the place you are, but you're going to build on something even better. If you like this advice and want to follow for more, click on my profile.